Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm host of today, and my name is Elvis Derry. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says that he's tired of seeing fat troops, generals, and admirals. Military men should also shave their beards and get rid of their long hair. But some military service men and women were not happy about this. Here are a few of them.
Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a four-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the Joint Force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth just rolled out new directives for the U.S. military, and they're already stirring controversy. Effective immediately, all ranks must pass physical fitness tests twice a year. Beards and long hair banned across the board.
No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards.
Supporters say this restores discipline and readiness. Critics say it's rolling back decades of progress and inclusivity. With global tensions rising and questions about military preparedness, is this tough love or a step in the wrong direction?
Like I said, this beard's not going away, man. I'll die about my religion. Doctrine. I follow the doctrine of Rastafari. Most of you Christians follow that same doctrine. Gee. But you know, I'm not gonna say it's the army, because it is the army. That's how the army rolls. It keeps rolling along. But what I will say is the amount of Caucasian folks that are underneath my post is disturbing. Very disturbing. Oh, you need to shave. Oh, get ready to cut it off. Oh, this won't be like this in 6 months. I'm not saying that I push against the system, but you know, as a Rastafarian, rebels in my blood. So, as I always say, love what you do what you love. Blessings from the Rastaman.
Wow, straight up silence from the generals when Pete Hegseth introduces Donald Trump at the meeting this morning. In case you need some hope and encouragement, check this out. So much silence that even Donald Trump made a statement about it when he got up to the mic, stating he's never walked into a room that was so silent, and then goes on to tell people they can leave if they don't like what he's saying, but there goes their rank and their future.
Join me in welcoming the 45th and 47th President of the United States, our Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much, Pete. Great job you're doing, too. Fantastic job. I've never walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Oh, don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank.
That's fucking embarrassing, and it really gives you a line into what those generals and admirals have going on in their brain. Apparently, it looks like they're just as tired of his shit as we are.
All right, let's talk about it. It's already being asked. The new changes to the wearing parents, all right? And let me say this. These aren't really new changes. If you were in 10 years ago, if you've been in 10 plus years, this is how it was. Actually, it's got versions, better versions of what it was when you first joined. I'm just saying, if you've been in long enough, we just, hey, this is how we were brought through the military, through what they've put out, through what they've changed. That's how it was when we came in. So it ain't new for us. But I'm going to tell you guys this. For the newer generation that's coming in, I get it. I understand why you're upset. I get why you're complaining. Like, I get it. But I'm also going to say this. You got to get over it. You got to get over this shit. Because you chose this life and you continue to choose it. You continue to re-enlist every year. So it's like, logically, I'm thinking, hey, you decided to do this. So why is it so hard for you to follow the standards and regulations, the policies? It shouldn't be, because you knew joining the army that there was structure. You knew what the hell you were getting into. And I say this so much because the newer generation acts like they didn't know. It's always going to be, I'm always going to be flabbergasted. But I will tell you this, as a drill sergeant, as an NCOIM, I will follow all rules and regulations. So any soldier, any trainee I come in contact with, they will do the same. And that's it. And that's it, that's all. And that's period. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to put that to people on here complaining. At this point, you're probably just going to have to get out, man. And I don't mean no disrespect to that. You're probably just going to have to get out. That's all I'm going to say.
This is probably the last TikTok you're going to see me making with the beard. Because they're getting rid of them. All of them. All of them. They're getting rid of all of them.
That is actually one of the dudes that I referenced in a video a long time ago. He used to sit there and brush his beard online in uniform a long time ago. I don't know if he got a religious accommodation. I don't know. I don't care. But hey, they got him. I tried to warn the abusers 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago now. I tried to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen. You had to have it your way. You always had to have it your way. You turned it into a racial fight instead of a medical one. And some of you still support and still think that's what it's about. It's not about that. And your whole approach is flawed. Your research was faulty. Your inclusion of other races was faulty. And now you slap the army. I said it 100 times. They're going to slap you back 10 times harder. Shave your face, save your career, and move out and draw fire. It's a new army, baby. I'm glad I'm retired. But hey, good luck.
People in the military are crashing out over the Secretary of War's speech. All he basically said is that we need to go back to the old days when people could pass physical fitness tests and people actually look good in uniforms. And you know what? Back in my day in the Marine Corps, the only people who were allowed to have beards were like special forces guys. And they were like the coolest dudes ever. Not because they were cool because they had beards, but they were cool because they were special fucking forces. So when you saw them walking without their, boot bands and stuff like that and having a fucking beard, you knew that that dude was fucking badass. Making it so that everybody can have a fucking beard is ridiculous, because you have a bunch of soybean latte dudes with fucking ponytails walking around thinking that they are literally special forces or force fucking recon or spec ops or stuff like that, and they're not. They just got little skinny chins. Now, the reason why I bring up the beards is because if you look at my skin, I have a lot of little razor bumps. They're little scars and stuff like that. But bottom line is when I came into the Marine Corps, eventually gave me the option of having a shaved chit. And you know what I said? I said, piss off. I don't want no shaved chit because I want to look like my brothers over there. I'm okay with damaging my skin because at the end of the day, I want to be combat ready. And you know what? The sacrifice that I made for the country, the sacrifices that I made were no different than the person before me and the other person before me, because I had good leadership that taught me what sacrifice actually meant. And so nowadays you see these dudes walking around with full grown beards. They're out of shape, they're not meeting standards, and then on top of that they're abusive, and the list goes on. And like, things need to fucking change. We need to bring back leadership that understands that maintaining discipline and instilling resilience and all these different things are very, very important. They are the basic foundational principles that make us who we are, which give us the capability to go to war and win every single fucking time.
Wouldn't it be easier just to shave and put on a patrol cap? I mean, I guess it could be easier to shave, but actually it's more easier not to shave because I don't have to do it. The same thing with the patrol cap. I hope you enjoy me braiding my beard up or twisting my beard up so I can be in regulations and be a proper example for those who do have a religious accommodation. Two inches. Blessings.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye bye.